think that's going. I can't really see it. All right. Okay. Nice. All right, we're just going to establish a spot here. Got right in there? Yeah. Nice. All right. All right, so I'm going to go right back to this neutral place. She thinks I'm asking her to leave. Let's start with my arc here. This is a tricky thing to go from. Sometimes the person means one thing and sometimes they mean something else. So sometimes me, myself, and I, and my little guide stick here, do mean that I want her to walk off. Sometimes we're just grounding. So I'm going to start with my little half circle that she comprehends well. And then I'm just going to pause and go 1, 2, and go back into my half circle. So I'm kind of, because that moment when my feet go still and I'm still moving the stick, that's what she thinks means that she needs to move her feet. Because it looks quite similar to how it looks when I am asking her to move. She's right. She's very intelligent. So I'm going to stop my feet. 1, 2. Nice. That time could feel her looking at me, but she didn't automatically go to think she was supposed to leave. Go to that same spot, and I'm going to go 1, 2. Now I'm going to see if I can do it a little bit on the other side. This has been the side she was a little quicker to leave from. Go here, 1, 2, go back into my movement. So I'm doing something that she understands, which is the making this arc. And then I'm inserting something into this that is new, which is the 1, 2. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to go 3 this time. Stop my feet. 1, 2, 3. You can see her look up and like, what you doing? I'm going to stop my feet. 1, 2, 3. 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 Nice. Really nice. Stop my feet. Nice. Go back to my circle. I feel like she's telling me we need to do a little bit of something different, but I want to go back and just review where we were, make sure we still have this. I'm going to stop. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over here. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Nice. Now, this time I am going to ask for her to walk off. So the difference is point, my intention, I'm seeing her move. Little cluck. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to step away, ask that hip to move. Well done. Oh, that lick and chew came fast. All right, I'm going to go back into my walking see if I can stop here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. See if I can go over here kind of 1, 2, 3, because that's very similar, right? It's very similar to when I'm actually asking for her to go. One thing that's notably different, the physical way I'm doing it is I'm going more up and down. 1, 2, 3. She's almost took that to move. Rather than sending energy at her, it's more the energy's going kind of around, being super intentional with that. 1, 2, 3. These things really transfer into our liberty together. 1, 2, 3. Really well done. Really well done. And really well done. 1, 2, 3. So nice. See if I can stop at the shoulder and do the same. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Stop at the shoulder here. 1, 2, 3. You know, I think I'm doing a better job at being intentional with how I'm using my stick now. I bet you if I looked back at the recording, I was making a little more loops with my stick. I've gotten in this flow of this number. I really want to reserve that from meaning for her to mirror that with her feet. And so when I'm wanting her to just stand, yes, it's the intention I put in the stick, but I mean, the way I'm using the stick totally matters. So I'm going to be more intentional with making sure I'm just going up and down, not going towards her. And I bet you I wasn't being quite as intentional with that earlier. And she's showing me, she's needing me to be more clear. Yeah, and she's starting to figure it out. Yeah, nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So well done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So well done. All right, this time I'm going to ask for her to walk off. Go over here. Now this time I'm going to point. And I'm going to use the stick towards. Look at that hip and walk away. Nice. Go into my semicircle again. Be able to establish this pattern. Patterns are so helpful. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See if I can start doing that now. See if I can do 3 on one side, switch to the other side. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Go back into our semicircle here. Nice. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So good you are. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Way better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. She says, I don't know. I think that's the spot we need to get a little better in, is what I'm in this left eye right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I'm going to stop right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Girl. Let's see if I can be in the right eye. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get in the left eye. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. She actually let me catch that thought and redirect it into that grounded place. I'm going to let her just have that for a moment. Really nice. Oh, she'll go after him. She's gone after Terrence and Teddy Bear. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Girl. Hey. Hey. So right there, I took my hand out of my pocket. She was thinking about being curious towards me and also feeling a little nervous about it. It's okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. No pressure for any kind of physical contact. Really nice. Very nice. That was a really great interaction right there. Girl. So I'm starting to feel like we need to do a little more movement. She's done really, really well figuring out this grounding. I feel like we need to go more practicing some movement again. And I want to do a little more in that right eye. So I'm going to ask forward here. Nice. She says, well, you've been moving that thing around, and it's meant for me to stand still. I don't actually want to touch her with it right now. Good. Though I did touch her with it very slightly. Little tickle. What I'm feeling now is that it would help to have a little more forward motion and actually play with her, not because I want to play with her feeling what it feels like to flex that mind muscle a little bit more, feel a little more pressure in her body, because what's happening when we get close is she is feeling pressure in her body. She's feeling pressure because she's feeling that fear of the unknown about me being so close to her. And when she feels that pressure in her body, there is, she only knows to do with it what she knows to do with it, which is either run away from it or quite often to go at it and attack it, as many mares will do that have had lots of babies, especially. And she has certainly done that already three different times. One time when my friend Stephanie was loading her in the trailer, she got confused and charged Stephanie. Another time was when the pig was sharing her alfalfa and she decided he had had enough and she attacked the pig. He's okay. Third time was when the guardian dogs were in here and she decided they needed to get out, and she went after a guardian dog. So there's no doubt she hasn't come after me yet, but I have been very, very subtle, and I've been asking for the tiniest shifts. And I'm okay if she needs to come after me, like that part's okay too. I'm not really like intentionally avoiding that if that's what needs to happen, but I am. I mean, the reason it would happen with me would be from confusion. Um, so the more that I can be clear, the better. And so one of the things that we need to practice that we haven't yet is her feeling more pressure inside of her body and then me being able to direct it and her learning that she can be comfortable with that. And so a safe way to practice that is out here moving her around rather than when I'm up really close to her asking her to be grounded, and yet we're so close that she's starting to feel uncomfortable in my close proximity. All right, so I'm gonna add some energy to that hip and ask her to come in. Nice. Nice. Go this side. Nice. This side she's a little more comfortable on already, which might be a good side for us to step up to a little more to the next gate, though not quite yet because we just started. All right, so right here, I'm just going to ask for a little more. Notice how she she gives me more speed, but there's also she's not really leaving me when she does it. She's kind of locked on, and which in the long run is going to be really cool. But right, see how her head, see that inside ear is tipped towards me like that? So there is the tiniest hint of thought of posturing in that moment. I'm going to let her just relax into that. Good girl. You did good. And posturing is when a horse, stallions certainly do it, but mares do it. I've had more mares do it with me than geldings. If you can see all this. And it's, they'll kind of arc their neck and bulge their shoulder into you. And it's a precursor to them like thinking about charging. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. So what I want to be able to do is get her up to that trot and be able to ask her to move her body within the trot, especially direct the thoughts within the trot. So be able to move the shoulders while she's trotting. That'll be a big step in her being able to start to realize that she can trust in my guidance. Nice poop. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. You ready to try again? That was good. Yeah, go back up to the walk. Nice. Let's start here at the walk. I might practice being able to move the shoulder over a little at the walk. That's nice. Good. So when she feels that little touch, or even before she feels the physical touch, when she feels me just direct the stick towards her shoulder, that means move that shoulder out. So that she kind of moved it out. She more just kind of sped up. Now she's wanting to stop and face up. So that's what we're going to practice. We're actually going to practice it within the walk. Not even going to intentionally go up to the trot. She's going to pick up the trot probably on her own a little bit. But we're just going to practice is just moving that shoulder over right here. See how I'm asking for the shoulder? There she went. Good. Nice. You kind of see this moment of like swelling up in her body first, and then she's like, what to do with that energy? Should she run the energy towards me? Should she take off away from me? Nice. And me directing energy at the shoulder isn't actually asking her to go faster, though of course that's kind of a natural thing to think, her to think. I'm really just asking for a little lateral. Nice. Moving those shoulders laterally is direction of thought, and no one wants you to tell them what to think about, tell them what direction their thoughts should go when they're thinking they need to be the one staying in charge, so to speak. And it's not so much that I'm demanding to be in charge. It's more so that I'm just asking for her to be able to be comfortable with my guidance. Nice. See if I can ask that shoulder to move over a little bit. Nice. That was much better. That was much better. Much better. All right, this time I am going to look at the hip, draw in. Really well done. Go back to our little exercise here where I do this. Being able to come back to this place after having moved around like that is certainly a bigger deal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Well done. Nice. All right, now we're going to do that the other way. We certainly could refine it more. Ah, do you see that? Did you see that? So that little nose push thing, that's no little thing. That comes before thinking about going after something. And that's really good that we're there because we need to enter into that place. But it's just a really important thing to recognize. So when she does that little nose push, she's thinking that she would like to tell me to move out of her space. So I'm going to stay at the walk, and then I'm just going to ask the shoulder to move over a bit. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something that I would like to be able to, not necessarily all the way up to a canter, but definitely as we move up to a trot and to be able to navigate her body at a trot will really help her be able to become comfortable with what it feels like for me to guide. And that needs to come before we get too focused on first touches. All right, I'm going to do one more shift of that shoulder. That's that shoulder to, nice. I don't want her to actually turn away from me. I just want her to be able to move the shoulder out. That was good. Yeah. All right, I'm going to ask for a little more speed here. Watch out for my camera, my dear. I'm going to put the camera on the other side of the fence. That was nice. I'm glad you can do all that. Must be. Yeah. Let's see. All right. All right, which way was that? We were going right, weren't we? Let's go right a little bit more. Nice. Girl. So I want to go back up, asking for a little bit more speed. Ah. So ideally, what we're working towards is to be able to just trot. That's nice. Yeah. Girl. Careful. Can see how just that increase in, little bit of an increase in ask totally changes how she feels about everything. That additional pressure in her body feels a whole lot different than when we were just walking. Nice. Actually would like to make sure I'm mic'd up better for this. Well, we can't really stop exactly with that. No. Good. Good. Oop. All right, I'm going to go back to our neutral and I'm going to change batteries out and stuff because this, I think, will be something I would like to have on camera. Yeah. We finally got big enough to look a little wild. My batteries have extinguished themselves. I can almost see your heart. Yeah, that was really good. Okay. We're going to come back to that in just a little bit. I got to charge things back up. All right, we'll be back.